Welcome guys to ARBORVITAENXT. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is layers of scalp. So without any delay, let's get into it. So basically there are 5 layers of scalp, and which we can easily remember by the mnemonic scalp itself, SCALP, scalp. So as for skin, so this is the first layer of scalp. The first layer is skin. So I'm drawing the skin here, as you can see. So this is skin. The next layer starts from C, and that is subcutaneous layer. C for cutaneous. And what's special about this subcutaneous layer is I'm going to tell you right now. Usually all around the body, the area of subcutaneous tissue is avascular. There is very less blood supply to this subcutaneous adipose tissue layer, but in scalp it is very much vascular. So I'm going to make some blood vessels here. So that is a point you should remember, it is very much vascular. The next layer starts from A, that is Aponeurosis layer. It is also known as Galia Aponeurotica. So this is basically a aponeurosis which is called as Galia Aponeurotica. This aponeurosis is actually a thin fibrous sheet, and anteriorly it is attached with the frontalis muscle and posteriorly it is attached with the occipitalis muscle. Now the next layer is starting from L, and that is loose areolar tissue. That is loose areolar tissue layer. And now this layer is having emissary veins. And why this area is important is because this area is known as the dangerous area of the scalp. Now let me explain this to you. Why this area is called as dangerous area of the scalp? Because of the presence of the emissary veins. These emissary veins directly go inside the skull, and these emissary veins, they are valveless. They are basically having no valves, so they allow bidirectional flow of blood from this scalp to inside the cranial cavity. So this is very dangerous area. If there is a breach of the scalp in any case, and any infection is present in this loose areolar tissue area, it can easily spread to the inside the cranium through these emissary veins, because there is no valve. So that's why this area is called as the dangerous area of scalp. The next layer is periosteum. It is very densely connected with the bone. The next comes the cranium. So these emissary veins we can draw, they are directly connecting with the venous sinuses inside the cranium. So if this is the brain, so this is how the layers of the scalp are arranged. So let's see a better picture of this. So here let's have a look at a cross section of a scalp. So if you have a look, we will go to the mnemonic. Okay, so it starts as scalp, SCALP, right? Okay, so let's have a look. So basically this part of the scalp, it starts here, the skin part. Okay, so skin part you can divide it into, again skin has 2 parts, as you know. So this upper part which I have marked here is basically epidermis, and below that we have dermis. So up to this much we have skin, almost. Okay, this is whole skin layer. Okay, now let's have a look what lies below. So this area is basically subcutaneous tissue. Okay, so this area is very highly vascular, you can say. Okay, so you can see the blood vessels. See, this is very vascular area of scalp, this subcutaneous tissue. Then comes this epicranial aponeurosis or Galia Aponeurotica. So this aponeurosis is again the third layer of the scalp. It is a fibrous sheet, as all we know, and then comes the loose areolar tissue from L. So you can see here. So this part is the loose areolar tissue here. This part, okay. So it is just below the aponeurosis, right? So you can see. Can you see these veins? So these are the emissary veins which go inside. As you can see here, it is continued like this. This one. So it is parietal emissary vein, which is continued. It is connected to inside the cranium. Can you see it here? Yes, you can see it. Now this emissary vein is valveless, as we have discussed. So that's why we call this loose areolar tissue area as the dangerous area of the scalp. So we have discussed this again. Okay, now the next one is periosteum. So periosteum is densely adhered with the bone, so we cannot see it here. That is very thin layer of fibrous tissue which is covering the bone, so we cannot see it here properly. So now the next layer is the cranial cranium. Okay, so this is the bone. So you can see the superior sagittal sinus here, and these are basically meninges, and this is the part of the brain. So that's how we finish with our discussion of scalp. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching.